Hello, how are you? Amanda, Seint artist. We're gonna do our makeup today. So let's chat, shall we? I'm gonna try a new way of blending the makeup, not putting it on. There's no wrong way to put this makeup on. I mean, you can put it on so many different ways and it still works. So here's a new way I'm gonna do. I was talking to some girlfriends. We're gonna try this out. I'm gonna put all the colors on my face like everybody loves to watch, and then I'm gonna set it and then blend it instead of blending and then setting. We'll see how this works out. All right, so I have a little visitor right here. You see that? I'm gonna take the short end of my blend brush and I'm just gonna go into my aspen here and I'm gonna tap over it and I'm just gonna mute that redness down. Look at that, look at that. So we are color correcting, not color covering, so you can still see it. It's also a zit, so there's texture, it's raised. So I can't get rid of the texture of it. I can just camouflage it the best that I can, and that's what I'm gonna do. All right, so the makeup. So what is Seint Makeup? Seint Makeup is a cream-based 3D foundation system. This is the eye look I'm gonna do today, but I'm gonna do it in a separate tutorial just to cut down on time. I've already done my brows, which are right here. These are my color correctors that are already done, and I'm gonna get my face on. Now, take a look at that. That is almost gone, but you will use 100% of the product you get. You don't lose anything in a bottle. So I'm gonna still use that. I'm gonna use the multitasker brush. I'm gonna use it in a different way that I've shown before. I'm gonna use this to apply my makeup because I wanna kind of showcase where everything goes. So when you wanna try this makeup, because it's pretty cool, when you see me look as ridiculous as I can, you're gonna see me look as wonderful as I can. All right, so I just need a makeup-free selfie. Stand in front of a window inside because I need indirect sunlight. I don't want flashing light on your face. I want indirect sunlight. It's the best way to get the truest tone to your skin. I need the light tones, the dark tones, the shadow tones, the undertones, the discoloration, all the things. All right, take a few steps back, snap a picture and send it to me and I'll send you your color matches. Super easy. Hardest part about it is getting that color match picture, and then after that it's smooth sailing. Okay, so I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna put my brightening on first. I'm gonna use the big end of my multitasker brush and I'm just gonna pick up some product right here. Now, a brightening color is a shade or two lighter than your actual skin tone. So I'm just fanning this in between my brows and up. You don't need a lot of product. You just need a bit because it's 80% pigmentation, whereas traditional foundations are 18%. That's a real big difference. So I'm just putting this extra bright color on, and this is going to make it look like I have light reflecting, and by adding it to my Cupid's bow where it has the bumps, it's going to accentuate the beauty of a Cupid's bow. All right, I'm going to go under my eye with my brightener next. Now everyone has a trough. I've talked about this before. We're going to start under the trough and bring it up, and we're just going to pop it in here. I'm going to put it on the inner corner a little bit, and then I'm gonna add it just up here to give my eye some lift. But I don't need to put it everywhere. I just need it in the general area. Same thing under the trough here, and I'm gonna bring it up and over and just kind of make it into a fan. I'm gonna get that inner corner. I get dark right there, so I'm just gonna put it right there and I'm fanning it out. I'm not bringing it all the way up to my waterline. Our eyelashes create a shadow and it can shrink your eye if you go all the way up to the waterline. And I'm just gonna bring this again up right here just to give that eye some lift. And that's that. And I'm just gonna kind of blend this around just a little bit. Okay, we have brightened. Glorious, right? All right, the next thing I'm gonna do is my contour. This is the color Olive, and it's a really nice light color. I mean, it's winter. We don't need that deep indigo that I do love. It is my favorite, but I mean, it's winter. So I use Olive, and I'm just gonna bring that down the sides of my forehead, just like that. All I'm doing is mimicking a shadow, and that's it. So why get an artist? Let me tell you, when you sign up as a customer under me, you get me. I'm a really active artist. If you message me, I'm getting back to you within a few hours, if not within 20 minutes. I'm a really active artist because I really love doing this. That's why I started selling the makeup, is because when I can make somebody love their makeup, but then love Seint more, that's enough for me. When you give somebody confidence, there's no better feeling. I'm just bringing my contour on the top of the nose just to straighten out a bump I have right there, and then I push it towards my brows for a natural shadow fluid movement. But that's why I started selling this, is because I like making women feel good. I like making people feel good, really. And so once I started making people fall in love with the makeup and then love their face, it was like, it was glorious. It made me feel good. It's like when you fall in love with just like a cookie or you fall in love with the makeup. When you love the makeup and then you start having fun with it and getting more things. When I started making women feel better, it made me feel better and it made me love this even more. So when you sign up as a customer with me, you get me loving you, and you get all the recommendations. I'll find colors that suit you. I love helping people find their perfect palette of colors that work for them. And that's what you get when you sign up to have a personal artist. You don't get that when you have Ulta. You don't have somebody from Ulta calling you up or messaging you and being like, so how's it going? What can I help you with? Is there anything else you need? I mean, I don't do that a lot. I usually just like check in on you every once in a while. It's not something you're going to get from me every day, every week. All right, I'm just getting this right under my cheekbones here, just to give it some lift, because I'm a maturing woman, and so I get the lift so I don't get the fall. All right, I'm gonna go onto my jawline here. I'm gonna go in front of my earlobe and then right down there. And this will give me just some structure on the back of my jaw, just like that. And so that's kind of the benefit and the perk to having an artist, is that you have somebody that's ready to customize your face. I guess I don't really, I want a little more over here. All right, now I'm gonna go into my main highlight. I'm just gonna wipe this off on my cleaning tile, and then I'm gonna go into that sparse little amber. This amber is my main highlight right now. I'm gonna put some on, and I'm just gonna put some tiger stripes right there. And then I'm gonna bring it right across here. I'm gonna stipple over my little pimple here. And I'm gonna come down, I'm gonna get it into my chin. I'm not applying it on my crease or in my nose because I don't want it to get cakey and creasy. So I'm just adding some marks right there. And again, I'm not using a lot of product. I'm just adding it into the general area where I really have not much makeup left to put on. I only am putting this on the lower part of my face. So as an artist, I can also tell your friends about it. I can give you parties. We can do it in person where I put makeup on you and on your friends, and we can get you free makeup. That's nice. Get you free makeup. All right, I'm gonna put on some blush. Now, I love saffron. Saffron is my favorite lip and cheek color, but because I have discoloration, I have to mix it with another one, and I'm gonna show you how I do that. But when you have a party, you bring your friends over, I help you, they come to support you, but I help you show how beautiful this makeup is on you, on them. When you don't have an artist, you don't get that luxury. And so that's another reason why I like doing it, because I like being social. It's another reason why I joined the artist program, is I missed girl time. I missed being social. I'm taking the lip and cheek color Frenchie, and I'm putting this on the lower part of my cheek where my redness is, so that when I put Frenchie on, it doesn't pull it through. And I'm putting it just above that contour. All right, now I'm gonna go into saffron, and I'm gonna come way up here with it, and I'm gonna bring it down. I'm not doing a lot because it's super pigmented and it's gonna blend out really nice, but I'm just gonna do those dots. All right, my makeup's on. We're gonna set this. So if you're interested in becoming a customer, if you're interested in having a party, message me and we'll talk all the things and we'll make it happen. And that's all I wanted to say about that. So now I'm gonna go in and we're gonna talk about blending. We're gonna really get into this blending thing. I use Charlotte Tilbury because I have really oily skin. I like Seint's setting spray. I love Seint's makeup, but I love their setting spray, but my skin is just a little too oily for it, so this is the one that I use. All right, so I'm gonna shake it. I'm gonna spray it on my face. I have it blended. All right, I'm not gonna wait for it to dry. I'm just gonna dig it. I'm gonna go in with my blush and bronzer brush on the short end, and I'm gonna start blending. I'm gonna start right here on my brightening, and I'm gonna bring it up. And then I'm gonna go into that contour, and I'm just gonna do small circles. Now the key with cream makeup is a light touch, and less is more, obviously, but a light touch, because the warmth of your skin helps move this product, and because they're all creams and they're all the same product, they kind of work together and they create this flawless finish. Look at this, it looks like skin, and it's blending really nice having that setting spray. I'm really surprised. When somebody told me to try this, I was like, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. So I'm just blending my light color first, my main highlight here, bringing it to my chin. I'm gonna blend it into that brightening color, which gives it just this really nice even skin tone. I'm just taking the tones that are already on my skin and I'm evening them out and I'm creating balance, but I'm also creating dimension because our skin isn't one-dimensional and we shouldn't apply our makeup and turn our face one color just to restructure it. Just work with what's already there. And so I'm just tapping this and look at how it just evened out with that brightening that's right here and how that brightness accentuates the beauty of a Cupid's bow. So right here, I'm just gonna push up in front of my earlobe and down my jaw, just like that. And then right here, do it here. If I don't do this, I'll forget all about it once I get into the good parts, like my nose and my cheeks, because this is the part that everybody gets really excited about. So I'm saving it till last. So I'm just gonna get that color all mixed in. Okay, so my nose, I have a bump, so by contouring my nose, I'm able to straighten it out and camouflage that bump. And so I'm just stippling over that shadow right there and just blending it down, gonna get the tip. I'm gonna use my finger, so that brightening I put down the middle of my nose, I'm just gonna blend this in and it's gonna give a seamless finish to my nose. Look at how nice that looks. And it's all one layer of makeup. So let's go right here and we're gonna keep our brush at an angle and we're gonna push into the cheekbone here. And we're just pushing this up and then I'm gonna move into that cheek color right there and I'm just stippling that in. I'm gonna smile so I can see where my apples are because I am 41, so I don't have those plump little apples. I'm gonna go into that Frenchy color, and while blending that saffron down into the Frenchy, it's not gonna pull the undertones of my redness that I have in that area, okay? I'm gonna pinch this and I'm just going to press into that brightening color. I'm gonna push it up and I'm gonna bring it down and I'm just gonna blend these. I prefer using the blend brush here, which I'm gonna switch to because this is driving me bonkers. And I'm just going to give this a little blend. And I like stippling, and if I'm gonna circle, it's honestly, I mean, I'm barely touching this and it moves the product beautifully. Look at that. The blend brush under the eye, I just can't use anything else because I love it. All right. Again, at an angle, pushing into that contour right here. Push, 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 pushing up and down, just moves it back and forth, going into that cheek color and bringing it and smiling because I can see my apples and bringing it to that Frenchy. Look at how easy that is. It's so easy. So easy. I'm going to switch to that blend brush again and I'm just going to use stippling motions. I like this brush because it's a little fluffier than this big dense end, so you can get into the nooks and crannies, but it works well with the soft tissue area. And I, again, am of an age, so I don't like to have a lot of movement on my under eye because I don't want to mature it any faster. Look at that. That's nice. So at this point, here's what I do. I look, I'm going to take this fluffy in and marry everything together. Boop, 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 boop. I like to take a look at this point, and this is when I start working with coverage. I don't like to cover everything at the beginning because I don't want to add too much makeup. If you ever add too much makeup, because I get a little out of hand right here for some reason, just take that fluffy in, give it one of these, and it'll pick up any excess product. It's magic. Okay, so I have that little pimple right here. So I'm going to take my finger, I'm going to go into my main highlight, I'm going to put some on, and I'm gonna tap this over my zit. Now you want a really small amount of product right there, okay? There's another little problem area here. And then I'm gonna take my blend brush, I'm gonna go in to my setting powder, okay? And I'm just gonna tap this and I'm gonna blend out that makeup and it's gonna cover the zits, okay? And this is where if you wanna add more product, you can. If you want a deeper blush, that's when you do that. So I'm gonna take the fluffy and I'm going to go into saffron and I just want to add a little more. And so this is where I'll do that. And I'm also going to add bronzer because my neck is always, always, always lighter than my face. If you saw at the beginning of the video, it's lighter than my face. So I'm going to bridge everything together. So I'm just taking that saffron. I'm keeping it up here because I already have that light pink from Frenchy down here. I don't need to add more, but I'm just using the tips. There's not a lot of pressure here, light pressure, is key with this makeup. Otherwise, you'll just take it plumb off. All right, we're gonna go into the bronzer. Bella bronzer is my favorite forever. It doesn't matter what season it is. It's my favorite. I'm gonna come right over here on this high point and this high point, and I'm just gonna be adding warmth. That's the difference between a contour and a bronzer. One's cool and one's warm. And then I'm just going to, boom, I've just added warmth. I'm gonna add a little bit up here to the high point of my cheek, just to add a little bit of warmth right here and here. So bridging the neck, I'm gonna use the fluffy end of my blush and bronzer. I'm gonna pick up bronzer, you can see it right there. I'm gonna stay on the upper half of my neck, and I'm just going to give this some swirlings, and I'm just gonna blend this bronzer around on my neck really lightly, but it just adds a touch of warmth. Doing hoops was not my best idea for this tutorial. All right, let's do lips, shall we? I have a really scary color I wanted to show, Black Cherry. Everybody is so scared of it. So I'm gonna go in with my finger. I'm gonna put my contour on. I'm gonna give myself a soul patch. I'm actually gonna go back in. I'm gonna clean it off on that cleaning tile here. I'm gonna go into my contour, and I am going to outer line my lip. You see that? There's just this dark line here. I'm gonna push a little bit right here just to accentuate that Cupid's bow. I'm gonna use a little bit of brightening, and I'm gonna add a contrast on the outsides. So this is gonna structure my lips. This is gonna make my lips look a little fuller, okay? So I'm gonna take my blend brush on the small end, and I'm just gonna tap out that brightening first, just like that, okay? And now I'm gonna tap on that shadow right here that I created, just like that. And that's gonna give the illusion that my lip has a curl. You can see that little bit. And right here, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna blend this out, and it's gonna give the illusion of a shadow. It just looks like my lip is a curl. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna line my lips. I'm gonna go in with the small end here. I'm gonna go into my contour olive, and I'm gonna line my lips. I'm not outer lining my lips. I am lining my lips. And I hug the edge. Just like that. I'm just hugging the edge. I like olive because it's a really nice neutral color, so it's not gonna be super harsh, but it pairs really well with lip colors. So if, say, olive is your winter contour, in the summer, you can still use olive as a really great lip liner and a lip shadower. Shadower, that's a good word, right? All right. There we go. I've lined it. I'm gonna go into this Black Cherry color, okay? Everybody's always scared of Black Cherry, but look at how beautiful it is. That's a pretty color. And I'm just gonna, that's a pretty color. And you can just build it up how you want. It can be really dark or it can be really light. It's so pretty. And I'm just blending that in with the liner. And it just makes this really beautiful color. Look at that. It's so pretty. Just gonna push. Oh, I need to add a little bit of Black Cherry to the brush, huh? Just gonna extra this right here at the top. I'm not outer lining. I'm just making sure it's really hitting the edge of the lips. When you're putting it on with your finger, it's hard to get a perfect line. Okay. But adding that brightening contour to the Cupid's bow at the beginning and out here, it just kind of gives a little bit of a balance that makes your lips pop. So this is my face. I've already set it before I blended it, and this is pretty good. This is darn good. I like it. It really wasn't bad. So I'm gonna take a picture, and then I'm gonna wait a couple hours, and I'll wait till the end of the day, and then I'll take another picture to show how the makeup holds up. Usually it holds up really well when you set it at the end anyway. So I'm gonna see how this holds up throughout the day, and I'll keep you posted. So stay tuned for a before and after, not a before and after, but a morning to evening. All right, that's it. Have a great day.